Okay, let's find out if we are live. How do I figure out where my fucking stream is? Oh boy, this is gonna be a pain in the ass because I don't know how to link this to people. Where is... Let's see. Trying to get Brian in here. Alright, so that Alright, let's see if you're in. I need you to verify my audio is not shit. I should get comment pop-ups on my screen if you... Alright, yeah, so can you hear me? I can see your comments on the side of my screen. Just let me know if you can hear my mic, if the audio sounds terrible or not. I can fiddle with some settings. Yeah, okay, alright, so let's see. Here we have... Why am I outside of the city? I should not be in the city. I was already broken in. Fuck you. I must have accidentally left the city. No, 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 don't say fuck! God damn it! Oh, this fucking goddamn fucking cursor. Oh, controllers on a game that is meant for fucking... Oh, dude. Oh, no. That's gonna overwrite my save, too, because of the way the autosaves work. Oh, that makes me so angry. Well, we gotta lose another, like, 70 guys as we wait about a minute and a half for this fucking thing to load. Come on. Save the game, you unauthorized. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you doing this? This is not supposed to happen on a save. What? What did I hit? Alright, now we get to load in for like 2 minutes again. What a fantastic start. What a fucking waste of units. Because I was already in there and all I needed to do was hit battle. Only 5 seconds to delay, that's pretty good. Alright. Have no idea who else joined this stream. This is my first time fucking streaming this fucking piece of shit. And of course, this is on PS4, so it's very, very slow and unoptimized, and there's, you know, unfortunately I can only, without getting YouTube Premium, I can only stream at about 720p, and I think it might be locked to 30 frames a second. Apologies for all that, and my mic probably's got a little bit of a buzz because it's an old piece of shit. But other than that, if we could just get into the game and pray that I didn't well... Add some whiskey to the fuel tank. 50 RPMs. But I have no idea what that means. Oh, as you can see, the load times are just fucking fantastic on console. And of course, even though, you know, this is a physical disc and everything, this game is technically, I think, still in beta. So... Okay, so obviously we gotta break in to help the defenders again. Sacrifice another 100 fucking troops. However, we should still win. It'll just be a little uglier. Fucking 100 troops, that pisses me off, dude, so much. Because we'd already broke in and then I accidentally fucking clicked out, apparently right before I started the stream, and then clicked to save instead of reload. It's not input lag, it's totally my fault. The console cursors, you know, with analog stick, it's garbage. Alright, so we are loading into a Bannerlord siege. I know Brian over here, Banter and Badasses, has not seen what sieges look like on Bannerlord, or maybe he has through YouTube. But they are sick. Yo dick, quick and painless. My dick, sick and dangerous. Where's my fucking charger for this fucking thing? Did I not grab my fucking... There it is. Alright, we should finally maybe be loading into the actual battle here. Like 10 minutes later. They're similar, but you know how that's normally a single choke point in Warband? In this one, they can raise siege ladders, they can bring a battering ram to the door, they can push siege towers.
Take over command!
This particular siege, I should be dealing with just a battering ram, and they have no catapults, and I have some onagers, meaning that I technically, despite being outnumbered almost 2 to 1, or maybe literally 2 to 1, have the advantage. So I'm going to post up right here with my bow. Do I see any archers? Yes. Okay. Get fucked. Okay, undershot him there a little bit. Thanks for pushing me, bro. Oh, look at that. You see that? Fire onagers blasting their archer formation. You have no cover. Oh, I overshot. The other nice thing is the ramparts have arrow barrels, so once I run out of my sexy piercing arrows... Oh, they just got blasted. Are you seeing this shit? Yeah, they're getting destroyed. It's actually not easy to do this at night. I'm actually pretty good with the bow. I actually think a fair number of these infantry troops over here have no shields. Let me see. Yep. Hard to do damage. Those, if you can see the gold paldroons in the distance, those are fucking Serenid Palace Guards. They are one of the best melee units in the game. I maybe should be saving my ammo for attacking the battering ram here. Should be safe from enemy archer fire. Yeah, there we go. They're all lined up for me now. Oh yeah, they're getting wrecked. Slowly damaging the roof shield of the unit. If I can shoot these guys, it'll temporarily slow down. Oh, it's already busted. Okay, now we should be targeting archers, and now they're going to be charging the walls. Particularly, right where I am is where they will be raising ladders. Here comes the infantry. These are Imperial Legionaries, and... Oh, thanks, guys! Really appreciate that. Really glad I have the reduce fall damage perk, because I just got cucked by my own units. Did you see that shit? And I gotta walk all the way around to get back up to the ramparts. Yes, lol. Oh, yeah, their archers are returning fire hardcore, too. Okay, ready to drop the banhammer. As you can see, they're putting up ladders here. I probably still should be doing archery support, but... Yeah, as you can see, my... Zvatim the Fish is my archer commander. And hopefully Chusantai the Knowing. Oh, get banhammered. Here comes the banhammer. Here it comes. Get fucked on, guy. Oh, what the fuck was that noise? Hopefully that was somebody dropping, you can drop, like, cannonballs basically on the heads of people as, from the rooftops. Somebody... That crunching noise was either that or an onager hitting these guys. I have been friendly fired by an onager hitting the wall right where I was standing and instantly killed by, like, burning pitch cannonballs before. It was crazy. The audio's probably a little loud here. Sorry. Oh. How did this guy not getting beaten to death right now? I need my banhammer. Overhand strikes are the most effective at swinging in these close. I'm glad the audio is perfect. You know, let me know if my mic's too loud. I don't know if I can fix that during the broadcast, but I probably can. Let's squeeze over here. As you can see in Bannerlord, one nice thing is you can edge past your units. They no longer impede your progress the same way. Only enemies can, like, force you to be stuck. This does look like a clutter, though. I don't know how visually impressive this is, so I think I'm going to go back to shooting these guys. Archery support time. I think that guy right there actually is Zvatim the Fish, my archery commander. Getting mad kills. Ah, somebody just hit me with the javelin, I think. Although I probably should stay with the banhammer, because these are really heavy infantry. And, okay, where's an archery barrel? Need. I don't know why I'm moving slow, by the way. I think there's one upstairs here. As you can see, we're just decimating them. Nope, this is where one of the onagers is. Oh, yeah, you can actually see. Check this out. This guy is, like, manually pointing it at enemy troops and just blasting them and shit. I think that's actually Chusentai, my, crossbow leader. Svartim just got a kill again. He has a noble longbow with heavy piercing arrows, so he's just devastating. Where is a fucking archery barrel? Oh, okay. Obviously. Hey, explain to me how you chamber blocked me and fucking turned around and hit me in the face, you shitbag. The physics are a bit faster in this game than they are in Warband. Okay, I'm mostly pushing up here. Not a lot of room, but as you can see, I can actually squeeze through people here to get to the fore of the battle. My sword is too long, so I'm getting wall cupped right now. Can just barely tell. There we go. Got the banhammer formation. Just stay in this camera position so I always swing down. Overhead slash. I will crush your shield if you don't stop blocking, faggot. You will die. Oh, just violated the terms of service. Please don't report stream. Said the gamer word. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Brian. You're good. I just wanted to see if this works. Friend Nick might be joining the stream at some point. Buddy Mariner. Quit blocking, coward. Take your banhammer medicine. Can't really adjust camera, so I want to stay in banhammer formation here. Overhand slash. Overhand slash. We're slowly getting bled to death by all my archers. Really cosmopolitan group units of Nordic heavy infantry, Nordic heavy cavalry, because Nords have cavalry in this game. We got of course Vlandian sergeants, Imperial legionaries, and Menavalada, whatever the fuck they are, basically heavy spear glaive units, anti-cav infantry with no shields, heavy pole arms. Oh, yeah, hey Gaseous, how's the stream quality? Is it complete fucking garbage? Thankfully I'm good at this game, so I don't know if it's going to be worth clipping anything. However, we will be in the constant hell of Bannerlord, which is non-stop godforsaken warfare. Yeah, where's a fucking archer arrow barrel? I need arrows. There should maybe be one over here. There we go. Give. Oh, I'm being shot at. Gotta go anti-archer here. There's one. Ah, shot right in the fucking face. Oh, we're actually having problems here. No. Remove lock on, please. Execute banhammer. Get banned. You have been kicked from the server. Get fucked on. Hit this guy, thank you. Okay, so obviously this area is a little bit overwhelmed. It's a little bit tricksy to do on console with a PS4 controller, but it's actually remarkably playable for how unoptimized and fucking ghetto this game is. Yeah, it's probably 30 FPS. I could have set it to lock to 60, but I didn't know if that'd completely foobar my internet. I don't have the slowest shit in the world. But also don't have the fastest. Yeah, my defending force and the fact that they have been unable to, you know, get siege towers or the battering ram to knock down the gates means they can only enter through these ladders. And even though they can charge the walls with ladders at I think 3 points on this map, they really cannot overwhelm my infantry guards or survive the constant abuse from siege engines and crossbow units. So they're slowly dying to the point where I'm about to tell everybody to charge through the gates and just finish them off here. Actually, there's probably mostly archers left. Let's order a charge. Go downstairs and just charge through the gates. So I love how they have to batter down the gates, but if I want to, I can order a charge and my AI will just open the gates. Or literally climb down their own ladders. So this was the gate they were trying to batter down, and now I just open it and say, fuck you archers, prepare to die. They look like a decent amount of troops over here. It looks like the archers had run out of arrows and were already charging the walls themselves. Fuck you. No ladder for you. Actually, I need to be careful not to take too much damage in case I have to do, like, several sieges, which I may. But we have decimated most of their heavy infantry here. So they'll be coming at us with probably mid-tier, high to mid-tier, and then after that, they'll be sending lobies and shitloads of archers. No ladder for you! You come back 1 year! No soup for you! The soup Nazi, who was amusingly and ironically an Armenian Jew, I believe. By the way, best Seinfeld episode. Don't care how cringe 90s Jewish Seinfeld was, it was a good show. In the before times, before not everything they made was of no merit. Alright, so there's still a shitload of them left, so they probably still have some heavy infantry, some high quality master archers and shit. I don't recall... Yeah, I believe because I didn't go out there and deliberately destroy their battering ram, that's one thing I can do is instead of just automatically ending the battle, I can run around on the field before ending the battle and deliberately one whack of my sword at a time destroy their siege engines. And therefore prevent them from using the battering ram again. However, with two or three, I think I've actively 2 fire onagers and they have no catapults, or they might have 1. It's highly unlikely that they can even get to the door, let alone break it down, because the fire onagers absolutely rape battering rams. I'm probably mispronouncing half the words of this fucking medieval fucking Roman garbage. Like I don't know how to name the imperial glaive units. They're like Manavalatians or Manavolitons. I don't know why it spawns me with a horse in sieges. It blows my fucking mind. I guess just wants you to have the option to have it. Of course, I get my piercing arrows replenished. Oh, you know what I can actually do? I can actually show what my Duderino looks like. Despite being a Vlandian unit, I am wearing basically a mix of Serenian, Nordic, and Kuzite gear because you get the best gear from people you kill, not from your own stores, which almost never sell top tier gear, and if they do, it's probably not in your cultures, blah blah blah. Okay, where do I want to be shooting people from? Probably from right here. Although I should probably be doing counter archer ops right now. Yeah, they still have plenty of palace guards. Oh my god, is that javelins coming at me? Oh no, those are archers over there. This area looks well defended, so we're not going to immediately banhammer people. Please do not push me off wall. Please no cuck, please no bully. Squeeze on through. I'm gonna get over here so we can start targeting their enemy archers from this rampart. With my homeboy Sergeant Crossbowmen and shit, veteran archers. Yes. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Play a little Time Crisis 2 here. Those guys are well covered from this area angle. Let's try over here. What, Time Crisis? Yeah. Yeah, I actually beat that shit in arcades on less than 20 bucks a quarters. This was my crowning achievement as a gamer kid. Oh, by the way, this is a great position right here because I can shoot the dudes in the back as they climb the ladders. Get wrecked. Aim for the back of the head. Aiming for back of head. Oh, domed. Get fucked on, sir. Raped and reprisalled. Okay, this area looks pretty much well covered. Pop-ups are making it look like... Oh, never mind. Get away. Unfuck yourself. Banhammer mode activated. Oh, that's an achievement. Fuck Time Crisis 2, the fucking Simpsons arcade game. Stop blocking overheads. I will kill you. Somebody will hit you eventually. You fuck. Unfortunately, without... Oh my god, my sword is so long I'm hitting the roof. That's hilarious how that works. Let's go. Sideswipes here. There we go. That's gonna work, I think. Oh my god, they're actually pressuring through. This is not good. Get fucked. Get fucked. I have God tier, like Grandmaster one-handed, so I can usually beat any two guys in a sword fight just by virtue of how fast I swing. Quit hitting the ceiling, please. Banhammer. Thank you. So in this game, I am... Oh, I'll save the lore info for when Brian gets back from the piss break, the bio break. Damn it! I've been surrounded. Adjustments are in order. Okay, we want to go from left side. Course game auto adjust to right side swings. Had to break that guy's shield to fucking kill him. Get over here, faggot. Die. Oh, terms of service violated. Please no ban. Just wait till the end bombs start flying. Using piss bottles like a real streamer. I only just started. I shouldn't need a piss bottle. And now I will totally just leave the stream idle if I have to go for anything. Which will more than likely be a nicotine break, not a pee break. Drop the banhammer. This particular battle should have bled most of their top tier units. We should be looking at more like tier 4 guys for battle number 2, and then from then on it'll be tier 3, tier 2, down to the lobies as we just slowly bleed them dry. They break upon the walls and they can't do shit. Okay, I should actually be able to start shooting people with bows again. I feel as though the banhammer has been properly applied. These guys, I'm surprised, are not busting out jabs. I'm pretty sure at least some of these guys have javelins. I love the way shield coverage works in this game. Even if a guy's not actively blocking, if you shoot his shield in the idle position, it will still block. Arrows, anyway. Probably not... I believe the archer box is, I guess, on the opposite rampart. Need archer barrel, please. Thank you. There it is. Give. They're tier 1 arrows, but they're still arrows out of a noble bow, so it's death. You can actually, if they break into certain positions, you can drop, like, flaming pitch bombs on them, basically. So if they had broken into the gate over there, where I'm pointing my cursor, there are, like, boxes of pitch bombs that you, or cannonballs that you can literally just drop on people's heads. You can also grab forks and push the ladders down. You'll see the AI occasionally doing that when the ladders are not. I think if there's 2 or less people on the ladder, you can push it down with people on it and deal fall damage. Pretty cool. Right now we're just shooting fuckers in the face. As much as we can here. Thankfully I have enough bow skill that I can keep my bow drawn for a pretty decent length of time without losing accuracy. Training bows on console with the controller when you can only hold the bow for like half a second was difficult. You're gonna mostly just be firing willy-nilly into peasant formations to try to train your bow for a while. I don't have very high max bow skill, but it's high enough to do some serious damage. YouTube is going to just auto-ban a lot of shit. However, if you switch your chat from top messages to all, it should limit all but, like, you know, list slurs and shit. Charge. Oh, we already won. So we lost 4 deaths 7 total casualties. They're not sending a lot of guys at once, unfortunately. Hopefully they don't stop attacking, because if they stop attacking, I could be in a situation where I start getting starved out, and there's no friendly armies anywhere. I may actually have to break out, and that 97 guys I had to give up. Oh, we're at the point where I could literally sally forth after this defense, if I want to, and just end this here. Right now I'm dealing with the Serenian menace, the sand neighbors to the south. Calradia and Bannerlord mirrors the European continent, so the Serenians have the advantage of basically living in North Africa and only needing to cross either from the far east of Europe or crossing through the Straits of Gibraltar, which is bordering on my territory, since I am essentially the Western white people, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Duck and weave, the chat censor bot? Yeah, you're going to have to, if you want to say literally anything that's even slightly edgy. But so take for instance, Brian, as you can see, our friend Gaseous Clay's here. His name is Gaseous Clay Moon Cricket, which means he has actually effectively put a racial slur into his username, like a boss.
Sergeants, take command!
Okay. Based. Now, even though they have effectively 100 more units than us, the power bar that is judging who is most likely to win the battle has about 9-to-1 odds in our favor, which is effectively 100% odds with the way this game is. Even I'm playing on a low-ish difficulty. It's not minimum, but you know, the campaign AI is, I think, set to medium high, but my units, I don't know if they take bare minimum damage. I think they might take half damage, and I take either half or a quarter damage, which means I am really fucking strong. Well, the fact that my shit isn't monetized means I can say about anything, and the AI probably will not scrub me unless I name our friends from Israel repeatedly or use the T and LGBT a little bit too much. The AI will nail me for that, but I can probably throw out N-bombs with impunity, as far as I know, without getting auto banned by the AI scrubber. But you in chat may not do such things, and of course saying anything particularly or even mildly spicy about the Israel-Palestine conflict will probably hit you with YouTube's new comment scrubber, which without human moderation will give you 24-hour chat mutes for mentioning our dude friends too much, or our transmission fluid friends. It is very bizarre what the YouTube chat scrubber will drop from top messages. You should be able to see most shit, again, if you switch your chat from live chat to all messages, or top chat to all messages. So you will get slightly less... Yeah, because I probably am unable to herd. Castus, this game is actually surprisingly stable, even on console. There will be crashes occasionally, probably, which I don't know if a crash in the game will require me to restart stream or what it will do. We'll find out if it comes down to it. The game is not really that buggy, actually, in my experience. However, the main problem is once you become the dominant force on Calradia's map, and you have effectively double the assets of the next largest army, you will encounter what I call endless war mode, which is where you will more likely than not be targeted by all, or at least the majority of the remaining map units at all times. And so you will be at war across the entire map at all times, and expansion will become extremely slow and difficult. I am several hundred hours into the campaign, maybe 250 or so. My character, who started out at level 20, or age 20, excuse me, is now level 40-something and age 58. I own basically the entire west of the map. I have gained and lost the entire north of the map. I have, you know, reduced the Mongoloid menace down to a single town. They are now the second largest enemy force, besides maybe the Saranids. And basically, whenever I get to start pressuring, whether I'm pressuring the north or pressuring the west of the map, I will immediately get invaded from all sides, and therefore be virtually unable to expand and stuck in permanent defensive mode. This is not probably where the archery barrels are. I require arrows. It's kind of odd where exactly they put those. Is there one in this corner? Yes, there is. Thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, the onagers are still just destroying them out there. You hear that crunching noise? That's these guys getting ass blasted. Ha! Get fucked on, sir. That was a miss, largely, but I probably should be doing here is focusing on the archers. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. That's the advantage to using the bow, is not being held in place for return fire. I believe the crossbows still do incredible damage, even in comparison to the top flight bows with piercing arrows. Okay, those guys are all dead. Charge, please. Let's end this. And I will determine, looking at the casualties after this, if we're going to continue to do siege defenses, which are obviously a little bit slow, but highly effective. How have... Oh. Okay. Well. That's because ordering a charge basically had them abandon the ladders there. But be the last couple guys here. Oh, get dropped. Get dropped, sir. No casualties to over 200 there. Oh, dude, the ending cheers are like eardrum blasting. Sorry if that's loud on any of your guys' audio. With my audio setting, the victory cheers are deafening, as are some of the siege catapult noises if I'm right next to them. Oh, Gaseous, what was your last video? I don't think I've seen it yet. Was it another Fuzzao video? I could send troops here, but that'd be a waste. Hassan Piker. Old Pinhead. Yeah, we're going to do one more defense and then just auto-resolve, so I don't lose that many guys. And thankfully, since I'm defending Ortigia, which is the city closest to the Straits of Gibraltar, Joey playing that awful game made by French Canadians. Which game? I occasionally watch Joey's streams. Not always. Usually not his gaming streams, more of his old YouTube stuff. I am a Mongoloid. I am proud of my Mongol heritage. Fuck you. No. Mongoloid retards. Potato sack surrender racer. If my friend Nick joins chat, he will probably start calling me Potato and Neighbors. Sieges are fun, like when they're really serious. But this is just GG free. It's just I wasted 100 casualties accidentally clicking leave city.
Sergeants in charge!
This is my cool horse. It is a Saranid noble horse with full, not loading in, texture pop in, cataphract scale. I'm wearing, I think, a Nordmail Elite Hauberk, like a legendary Saranid helm. I believe this is a Saranid bronze neck guard. We got top flight scale bracers, or scale mittens here. Well, yeah, the YouTube's whole age restriction thing is a huge pain in the ass. I usually set my stuff to just not for kids anyways, because I don't feel like dealing with it. I don't believe hardly any of my audience is below the age of 18, if they are based, but you should be lurking, you know. By the way, in order to make this stream, I finally had to tell YouTube my age. I have gamed the system so that YouTube has no idea how old I am since before they even did age restriction. So as of today, YouTube knows that I am a White Claw boomer and not a person of indeterminate age who's not subject to age filtering because it doesn't know whether I was in a Schrodinger's superposition of child and adult. Don't tell Vosh. He may come after me with the horse penis. I believe he is indeed a pansexual. Oh! They have a friendly catapult that just blasted my wall. No, actually, I believe that was my own onager attacking the ladder and killing some of my defenders. Thanks. Thanks, Siege Bro. Very based and friendly fire-pilled. Douchebag. Okay, all these archers have been completely gamed. It would literally be faster for me to commit suicide by fall damage and just fucking fast-forward the battle. It's nice that if you're downed, you can hit 4x fast-forward and just speed run battles. That would literally be faster. But, we'll just continue to get some XP. Drops in the bucket as we are level 42, I want to say. Which is incredibly high level. I have max stewardship, max leadership. I have max one-handed. I should probably be trying to get top tier, you know, polearms and shit, but I don't believe top tier polearm skill does anything for ally units. I mostly focus on passive buffs over player buffs. My only necessary player buff is, of course, being the human blender with one-handed swords. I am maxed out on bows because I don't have that much control, which is basically dexterity or whatever in this game, or agility, depending on what you think of as a bow skill. Ah, get wrecked. There's still quite a few of these fuckers. Ha! Rain of death. Have my comments been getting cucked here? This looks like older comments. Or did I accidentally scroll comments somehow, pressing a button? I have actually no idea how to switch my cursor over to that as we are on console. Good old console fag boomer tier stuff. Violation of terms of service, please no bully. My arrows. I love these arrow barrels, they're like the best. Yeah, I've noticed. I think they're getting cycled or something. Sorry, I'm trying to watch chat. I don't know what's going on with that. I've literally never live streamed before with PS4 or even just via, you know, PC or whatever, webcam. Onager stealing my kills here. Should be just about time to initiate charge. Anyway, yeah, if you want me to see your comments, I think I have it set to all comments enabled. I'm not entirely sure if it will cuck the stream if I try to go in my settings, so we're just gonna, you know, if you use euphemisms, leet speak, whatever means of getting past the bot, I can probably read that stuff. Oh yeah, I'll watch it eventually. Little slow-mo on that, but I do love especially your edited streams. We need a This Is How You Don't Play with either Joey or DSP or somebody eventually. That's your top tier content in my opinion. Or just bully more Fuzz's live streams, although I don't want him to give you the Britbong treatment. So, I mean, do that at your own discretion. Man, by the time I can even shoot at these archers, they are vaporized. Oh, Rathagund is my daughter-in-law, who I've just noticed literally can barely move as she doesn't have enough athletics to operate in the armor she's wearing unless she's on a horse. Oh my god, they still have some top-tier units out here. Oh no, those are Equites or whatever. They are low-tier, tier 3 horsemen. Just light lancers. Light lancers are actually pretty effective in this game unless they are charging heavily armored infantry positions. Yeah, he has gone full Britbong douchebag mode, I've noticed. Complete homo. But I mean, he always was. He was only ever in this community because Empty likes to give Janny powers to, you know, people who are going to piss off the rest of the fan base. We're probably going to sally forth as this has gotten a little bit boring, as we're just, you know, shooting fish in a barrel right now, and we want to, hopefully, Brihan is back. Brian, if you are indeed back, we're going to show you how fast and furious the dogfighting that is cavalry combat. Actually, we will not be doing that here because we're just going to auto-resolve. That's a somewhat unreasonable amount of casualties here. Oh yeah, I have a job. I have a job. I have a girlfriend who actually posts to OnlyFans, and she's actually not my girlfriend. We're just, you know, friends, and I am her videographer for her OnlyFans. Jesus Christ, what a cuckold. Fuzel's such a dork. I'm beginning to wonder if I need to start executing some people. Who wants to see me chop somebody's head off? Terms of service violation.
I give up.
Stream age restricted now.
Stop.
We're gonna dispense some Talibro justice to these guys here. Wow, 500 something prisoners. Well, let's just scrub this for only the tier 6 and tier 7 units. I'm actually really good at taking prisoners here. Yes, I'm literally manually clicking. I can just do this, but it's not necessarily faster, as you can see. This would be, of course, much easier on PC and a mouse keyboard. Just switch between manually clicking and let's see, where's just a big pile of tier 5 horsemen that I can just fill up with here. Yeah, this is the most time-consuming part. Which comment? Castus? Yeah, I don't know how badly this is getting scrubbed. You know, really sorry if I'm missing your comments. YouTube is really heinous about what it blocks. I mean, I wouldn't even use the word kill, you know, because it's probably going to get, you know, do the old TikTok standby of unaliving people. I feel like a real zoomer. Just grabbing tier 5 dudes here. I mean, I think I freaking set everything to what I could allow. If I missed a setting that, you know, allowed all comments, I mean, my stuff is supposed to natively be on allow all. Ooh, a quality executioner X. Doesn't look like anything worth keeping. Ooh, legendary plate boots. Those are amazing. Who do I want to give those to? Probably Chalric, as he is a cavalry unit and is most in need of booties. Then we'll give good old Svadim, who is my scout, and he's the reason. Yeah, YouTube is just completely heinous. But yeah, Castus, if you just try to resend your comments, and again, avoid literally anything you think wouldn't show up on public access television. I'm just going to take everything that's worth about $1,000 here. And then scroll down, take all food, which will be in the 60 cents and below category here. Everything else is literally just junk. Looting, unlike in Warband, is actually your primary means of making money, rather than ransoming, or there's almost no reason to ever burn people's shit. Literally no olives. Thank you. I was about to say, you are my sand neighbor friends. You're supposed to be carrying boatloads of olives, please, for my food variety morale bonus. My morale is, for my own personal troop anyways, almost constantly 100. If I run an army, it usually hovers at about 60%, which is enough to beat most other armies that are at about 50. Now I can actually show you guys how cool my character is after we wait for the 2 to 3 minutes for the console version of Bannerlord to save. Yes, apologies. Complete console friend over here. Okay. We'll return to Ortesia to heal casualties. I can read, this is my army cohesion, which I can pay influence to keep maximum. As you can see, I have more influence than I can ever use. I've even given like 10,000 influence to other lords. My army's at about 770 units, 4.2 million dinars. I don't know how legible this is in 720p. Apologies for that shit. I'm going to return to Ortesia temporarily. We will be selling our prisoners, but here, I'm just going to give you, Brian, an overview of the stats. Apology for people who are already familiar with this. This is my one-handed skill based on vigor. As you can see, some of the skills have governor or, you know, passive buffs to all troops in formation or all troops in army. For instance, I am the cavalry captain, so all my cavalry under my direct command do 5%, you know, melee damage. I'm almost never the governor. Movement speed is all buffed and shit. It's pretty sick. I mostly just, even though I don't use polearms, I got polearms to this tier, so that affects, you know, all my lancers under my command. plus 5% thrust damage, shit like that. Of course, my riding skill I will need either tier 6 or tier 7 endurance to max that. This is, you can actually get bow skill really high, which is 2 control, which is nice. Most important skills are basically leadership here. So cool shit is like a party leader plus 4 experience and shit. Leadership, as you can see, mostly does passive morale bonus. This is amazing as I get, you know, more companions who are governors and generals, captains for me and whatnot. Experience for archers. This is really great. This is a skill literally just based around auto-resolving battles. It's really good. I'm so fucking close to getting... Yeah, this would be amazing. So I can skip sieges a lot. Really, one of the most important skills here is medicine. My casualty survival chance is huge. Healing rate, absolutely gigantic. It appears that the comments have been cucked again. I do not know why YouTube is doing that. I'm seeing that in real time. So plus 1 hit points to all troops for every skill point above 250. So plus 36 hit points to all is sick. You know, shit like that. Troop recovery rate's great. You know, loyalty is vital to... here, I'll show you a little bit. Steward is basically most of the shit that's related to governing and increasing party size. So here we're going to see some of the most... Oh, I will skill up in a second. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how towns work. You always want your garrison to be over the militia, because if the militia has more people than the garrison, if your security and loyalty is low, as you can see, the loyalty here is very poor for this particular town, which I do not own, your town can literally rebel and become an enemy faction and spawn lords that will attack you and burn your shit. So you really want to avoid rebellions. The best way to do that is, of course, by keeping loyalty well above 30, keeping particularly security well above 30. Hassan vouch and other people trick other peoples into donating money with inflation so high. Unfortunately, I don't know how to read a comment longer than about 3 sentences. I don't know why I can't. I don't know how I can cursor over that. I'm sorry, but what are my thoughts on the interview with probably, I'm assuming you mean Putin? I thought Putin was really based, by the way. The fact that he literally forced Tucker to sit down and understand the framing of the entire conflict and the fact that it's a racial and ethnic conflict and a cultural conflict and not just a globe-tard conflict, by forcing him to listen to a crash course in Ukrainian / Western Russian history was based. And despite all the memes making fun of it, some of which I believe are in jest, really, Putin did the right thing. And of course, taking the time to sound a lot smarter than an 80-year-old fucking credit card / fucking Chinese fucking agent with dementia, and explain why he's doing it, how he's doing it. And of course, by the way, anybody who's coping and thinking Ukraine's going to win this war even with Western help, no, not unless we land ground troops. Not going to happen. He will eventually grind Ukraine into dust. Okay, so we are going to... The fastest way for me to do this, by the way, you literally never want to ransom people once you have money, because keeping prisoners is just about the only way you can keep from being overwhelmed. And I have more money than God right now. I have literally nothing to spend money on. Let's recruit these macemen. And... So I think this is still an empire. Big flex by Putin coming off his Well, literally anybody who understands history of the region could have explained it in that fashion. And of course, the modern news is never going to let you explain anything in faster than a 60-second soundbite, So we're just going to scroll and see if there's anything of value here, which we basically do by speed reading numbers. That's a pretty good glaive. But all my guys at least have a glaive of that quality or better. Same with the shields. I'm going to scroll down to... give me beer, by the way. Give me all your beer. Forever. Probably no weapons of value. Just executioner axe. Heavy heater shield. Let me get down to helms. Small chance of... Nope. Any helm less than 52 points is worthless to me. skip chest pieces. Ornate scale armor is very low tier. As you can see, a lot of my guys have shit like 57. You know, 57 helmets of 54. You know, this is top tier. Wow, really? I gotta have at least like some kind of legendary tier 4 sword for you. I don't know why I have just a fine quality tier 4 sword. Like a legendary Spatha is probably better than that. No, it's not. Well, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Wait, no. You have a legendary fine steel Spatha. Oh, that's why. Because it's a legendary fine tier 4 weapon. Yeah. Okay. I do have this. Is that better than what you have? Legendary Cascara? It is. Oh, it's length as shit, though. Length matters. It's been a very long time since our leaders have even bothered to sound... Yeah, no. Basically, the entire media just assumes that you have an IQ of 80 and that you're not paying attention to anything. And unfortunately, for roughly 40% of the population of any given country, sometimes much higher, that is the case. Okay, we would like to... I thought somebody was sieging that. Let's see, this is risky, but... Alright, what's going on over here? So they're retaking Chinopsis. This region right here is basically the war front. Everything from like Carrion to Amatides and Jamaris here is what I call the central theater. This is something I take and leave, or take and lose constantly. I literally personally used to own everything from Revel to Sibir. As you can see, that's all gone now. That was the good for all Americans. Oh, hey, Joey. Yo, Joe. Right now we are just trying to repel our North African sand neighbors, and who always had the fucking advantage of the Mediterranean Sea being between us and them. Oh, wow, I didn't realize the Southern Empire has basically cucked the Kyrgyz while I wasn't paying attention. This is my main threat here. Them, and of course the Seranians sending everybody across the Straits of Gibraltar here. As you can see, we are the Great White Western peoples. I started over here. I own several of these cities. This is all Celtics who have been wiped off the map. Although the Celtics actually have some pretty good units. I recruit heavily from there. In fact, we're about to see if we can go pick up some elite Celtic units. That'd be nice. Actually, I want to temporarily disband my army, which is nice. So, the way... oh, yeah. Warband is great, and Bannerlord, despite its flaws, is great. So, I am actually a multi-army of people. And if I remember right, I can click on this and show you the composition. Oh, I don't have Funder. Funder is my son, who is in his 30s. I made him many years ago. This is my clan. We're clan tier 6. And I am the king, just because I have the most renown, basically. Being the king, depending on what your composition of culture is, either gives you autocratic powers. I have very little powers as the king. I basically approve the council's decisions. I am a president more than I am a king. Let's see if we can get rid of any of these wars. Nope. Nope. I cannot unilaterally end wars because we are ruled by a council, which is unfortunate. Is this game any good, Joey? Despite it being largely unfinished and basically in a continuous beta, and the AI makes it so it's almost impossible to conquer the world. Yes, this game is fucking awesome. I would highly recommend getting it on PC instead of console, but even on PS4, it runs fine. It chugs a little bit and gets a little fucking fucky in huge battles, but I basically have the troop counts for battles set to maximum. And unless I have like roughly 400 something fucking dudes on screen at once, it doesn't really chug. It's shocking how well this runs on PS4. And the UI is not completely garbage. It is kind of trash. So what we want to do right now is disband my army temporarily. I'm just going to leave everybody here, and hopefully the AI will form its own armies, and it really should have more than 2. But it's being gay about that right now. But I really need to go on a recruiting spree. The main thing that makes this really different from Warband is Warband operates on a day-to-day basis, and you can generally cross the continent in a couple of days, 3-4 days. It would take me weeks in days to cross this continent from end to end, and also a day is a fraction of a season. As you can see down here, there's not months, there are seasons. So there's 4 seasons to a year and 30 days to a season. So time advances significantly faster. So if we look at, say, who I am, despite, you know, I played for a couple hundred hours, but if we look at Weir of Landia here, I started age like 21 or 22. I am age 54. I have a son and a grandson who will take over for me when I eventually die of old age. And according to my settings, I cannot. This is my older wife who was... It was crazy. When I married this chick, I was like level 8. And she was level 27. This is actually the highest level NPC I have, despite NPCs who have lived with me for decades getting battle experience. I just married some random guy's daughter, and he's like, here's my daughter, and she's one of the highest level units on the fucking map. Which is hysterical. But I have not been using her in battle, though. She has been governing various cities, because in order... So here's a city I own. The reason why it has maximum security... But, you know, the loyalty is shit, is because there's a lot you need to do to juggle loyalty. I'm lucky that that says +0 if it was any worse than that. In order to keep rebellions from happening, you really got to get governor units that have plus loyalty skills. Throw them in there, throw a shit ton of money in there, and just hope they don't rebel, and then maybe clear out some bandit camps in the area. But you can only be one place at a time, so, like, you literally just can't. You just fucking can't, you know, do everything you want to do at all times. You have to pick and choose what you're doing. So I think I need to head into Central Vlandia to start recruiting. What I really want more of is Banner Knights, which are, in my opinion, the best units in the game. I've gone from 40-something Banner Knights down to 50 over just general attrition. These guys are pretty amazing stats-wise. You know, 260 pole arms. They have, you know, chainmail... heavy chainmail and shit. They're extremely fast and agile. Technically, one of the best units in the game is the Imperial Elite Cataphracts. As you can see, they're incredibly heavily armored. There's 6 shock troopers. I have some Nordic line breakers. They're heavy axe units. These guys were the core of my infantry, but they've been decimated, obviously. These are my sergeants, who can do a little bit of everything. The real core of my units, though, which, holy shit, I need to replace a lot of these guys, are the Vlandian sharpshooters. They are pure death at range. Just absolute death. These guys are okay. They are inferior to sharpshooters. And then, you know, one of the best... These guys are just basically heavily armored shock troopers. They don't do much. These guys are the real heavy hitters, the glaive units. And then I, you know, have some various cosmopolitan forces. I have, you know, harassment with... Imperial Horse Archers, they're pretty cool. The most important thing you really need to get, the first guy you ever need to hire, and you're going to have to, like, save scum, because I don't know if you can look at people's stats before you hire them. Svatim the Fish here is my scout. He is the reason why I can see the whole map around me, and that I can move incredibly fast. So I can outrun units that are a third my size, that have more cavalry than me. The whole fucking works. Alright, so I imagine Rathagund, my daughter-in-law, excuse me. Ooh, this guy is hitting heavy two-handed. Ooh, plus 10%. Armor penetration. No, this is better. Yeah, you're good, Brian. Yeah, you actually have athletics. You might be able to move now. Weapon handling is pretty good. Yeah, minus armor weight. I need this. Okay, and now we're actually going to get back to what we were doing. Sorry. This game is a lot of just management bullshit. Okay, we want to go over here. We really need to get core culture units again. Hopefully they don't immediately spawn another army over there. Bannerlord on PC is a Star Wars mod. Oh yeah, there's loads of mods for this on PC. And I would highly recommend getting like the diplomacy mod and shit, so the overworld AI operates a little bit more like Warband. As you can see, I am always going to be at war with a minimum of 2, if not 3 to 4, countries, because, I mean, dude, just the base game's, like, setup is really cool. All right, what I want is squires. There's another thing that Bannerlord has, which it has basic units and noble units. We do need a lot of basic units, but we want squires, which are the noble units there, who turn into banner knights. Chinopsis is under siege. That's in the east. I can get some basic light cavalry, but I do not like the Vlandian light cavalry. Oh, you guys are all good. You can go AFK at will. I'm just going to pretend people are here, so I'm not an asshole being quiet. I really should have got a drink, though. My throat's already fucking tired. Same as your mom's throat. Da-da-da. Wait. Pause. That didn't come out the way I thought it did. I do not have a sore throat for the same reasons your mom does. I actually need to get rid of some units. Let's see. Because a lot of this guys are junk, and I need to replenish core units here. No, it's really not. I mean, you basically start off as a nobody, and you're just basically only going to be able to pick on bandits. The only thing that's heavily different from Warband, which is very newcomer friendly, is money management is pretty serious for the first few dozen hours of the game. You're going to want to keep yourself smaller than as small as you can be, not just for movement speed, but also for making sure you don't bankrupt yourself. Right now, I literally could afford to pay unreal amounts of money, because there was a significant period of time where I became so wealthy that I was paying upwards of 20,000 dinars per day, not per week, per day, to run my army, and I didn't care. The main reason why money isn't as bad, once you're at least able to pick on bandits a lot and stay very combat active, is you know, in Warband, loot doesn't sell for jack shit. Loot sells for tons of money in this game. Just average rando swords are worth, 500 something dinars, even with no trade skill. Yeah, I sorely need footmen so bad. Yeah, my infantry corps has been just fucking wrecked. But I also really need to replenish my... Yep, here are the squires we require. Thank you, sir. And then I believe there's a lot of squires close to the mountains area here. So far... Oh, who is it? Is there any way I can remove one of these... fuck. Cursor, thank you. I really need to declare peace with somebody at all costs. We are now at war with 4 armies, and they're all very dangerous to us right now. Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. I actually managed to take 2 or 3 of their cities, and now I can declare peace without them having any chance of getting them back. However, the Purple Empire will probably able to get them. I may need to risk having the Saranids take some of the south to just try to hold our central territory. I would really prefer to hold the central territory really bad. Yeah, looting was pointless. Like, there's almost no point to burning fiefs, because not only does it take an extremely long time and have a skill tied to it now, it's not really worth it. You don't actually get, like, big old, skeins of velvet and shit. Yeah, unfortunately, menu management takes up an incredible amount of time now. We just really need absolutely fuckloads of footmen. Recommendations for starting attributes. You want to know ahead of time exactly what you plan on primarily doing. Okay, so there are lots of ways to play this game. Let's have a look real quick at this. You can literally just play this game as a bandit and terrorize people. And if you play as a bandit, roguery skill helps you recruit and maintain bandits. It helps you sell prisoners really well, helps you maintain prisoner stacks. Your maximum prisoner units, helps you get more money for selling people, helps you deal with... there's literally... the people you actually recruit from in towns are typically criminals, and you You can do missions for them that are a bit of a pain in the ass, but you can literally just never even engage the whole overworld map power struggle. If you plan on being a lord, or, you know, you start off more as like a mercenary and work your way up to lord and then eventually king and shit, the main things you need are steward, which is your party size modifier and a lot of what it takes to, you know, get reduced wages, get reduced food consumption. Medicine is going to be vital for maintaining your units so they don't all just die, and also will, you know, help you cheat death due to old age, and gives you a lot of, you know, healing and shit. Tactics is great for if you don't plan on actually, you know, struggling your way through every battle. There was a period of time where I had a higher chance of winning battles by auto-resolving them than I did from actually fighting them because of my tactics skill. And then leadership is for your morale, your party size, and for a lot has a lot to do with your XP. Oh, dude, that sucks if your shit got laced. Athletics, you need at least some of that to be able to move on foot in heavy armor. Riding, you're always going to want to be a cavalry unit. You're going to want control if you plan on shooting people a shitload. And then, of course, vigor. Like, pretty much, you know, your standard lord, you're going to want to either have your vigor or control, depending on what you really plan on doing, being maxed as high as you can reasonably get it. And then your intelligence for just management. You only get stat points every 4 levels. I'm level 42. It took a long-ass fucking time to get there. And as you can see, you know, I could only focus in so many places. And honestly, I don't even know if leadership was all that valuable in comparison to maybe control or endurance. Oh, that sucks, dude. Oh, that sucks about your pot. I'm sorry, bro. Gaseous, immediately make fun of this guy for being a stoner. All my edgy bros are anti-weed smoking. Straight edge lifestyle, bro. You ever try the throwing thing? No, I haven't, but I can tell you that it works pretty fucking well. And if you want to build a core of infantry, especially if you plan on playing the Serenians, being really good at throwing or having captains that are really good at throwing, really useful. There is a lot of lower tier units that do a lot of throwing, and with, you know, passive throwing skills, you know, draw speed, less accuracy penalty, armor penetration, shield damage, lots of shit can happen from that. It's great, but you really just primarily want to be good at something, and rather than me investing in scouting, which is an incredibly vital skill, it helps you move on the overworld map, you really want to have a scout. So I had this guy start out as a scout, and now he is a god scout. The only thing you really need, because I recommend being your own medic, is you want to have an engineer. And I was really lucky that this guy's good at crossbows, and my long range core is crossbows. And he's a good engineer, and he's as good as I really need anybody to be. Then the rest of my guys are this guy is actually his own lord, because you can actually take your companions and turn them into independent lords. What sucks is if they get defeated in battle, you have to go find them and build their army again. I prefer Vlandia. The Sand Neighbors to the south have a massive advantage of being difficult to invade because of the terrain. The Nords are pretty good. The Empire is awesome. Your main problem with being the Empire is, despite having some of the best economies and the best fiefs and shit and the best cities, is look at where they live. The Empire lives in the center of the map, which means they are always surrounded, which is pretty gay. It's fucking awful. Anyway, let's get back to playing. Sorry. I don't mean to go full tutorial mode on your asses right now. I'm just going to try to spend a week. What, say the nigger word? I mean, I don't think I'm going to get my street taken down. So I can see my son's army, because he's in this guy's army, and I think they're coming down to the south to help, which is good. Oop. More squires. We need these. Oh boy, here's the autosave. Let's do the old Twitch standby of, let's do a Q&A. Well, this takes about 2 minutes. That's the main problem with the console version of the game. In about 2-3 minutes, I may just stop just to get a giant fucking glass of water. I promise not to be gone for more than 2 minutes if I do that. Better not egged. I don't know what that means. Who makes a good ally? Well, you're not going to have to worry about that for a while, because you're going to be a mercenary clan, basically, for a while. Vlandia extremely versatile, has the best crossbow units, has arguably either the best or second best cavalry, which in my opinion makes them the best. Yeah, I should have, but I will soon. Saranids, as you can see, if I turn the map orientation properly, they can only be invaded from two directions. Either the far Khergit territory where the Mongols live. You can't cross like any of this shit. And then they cross here, which means they're constantly invading my core territory. What I really need to do is immediately get into this zone and prevent them from taking like Carrion, Amatius, Rote, all that shit. I own Rote, so they're probably not going to take that. I'm going to risk going a little bit further to recruit more Landians. You're almost done with work? Right on, Joey. Well, sorry if I'm streaming at the same time you're streaming, and, you know, it's understandable if you and Gaseous gotta go, it's all good. I just mostly did this to test this. I've literally never streamed PS4 before. I'm over my troops limit. That is not acceptable. Yes. We need to get rid of a bunch of junk units immediately. Okay. Gone. Women just gone from army. Mercenaries gone. I do not need these people. I didn't even expect more than one person to watch this stream. I need all those guys. And then I actually don't mind if you have non-noble units, because I do need to replenish. I mean, yeah, man, I have at least some room to store stuff at my house. Not like a whole lot. Might as well go to Oxhall and just recruit a bunch of just primary infantry archers. And then I need to immediately get back to the Eastern Theater. Let's confirm that I don't have a shitload of junk prisoners. Yeah, I can keep your rifle. Oh, I haven't been here in a while. I should check and see if they have any good shit. Okay. Bill hooks. They do have tall heater shields, but I think it's wide heater shields is my top tier. Okay. Wow, that's actually a good helmet. What does that look like? I might buy that based purely on aesthetics, because I can afford to do such vain things as buy things based on aesthetics. I think this actually looks like shit. Come on. This is one of the glitchy things, is it doesn't like to load pictures. Oh, that's the crown looking thing. Nah, too lame. This. Where is top tier chest armor? Yo, yeah. Yeah, nobody here owns any fear arms. That's like totally not a thing. I think not Chalric, but oh yeah. I'd be sacrificing a lot of leg armor for just 2 body armor, which leg armor actually matters to those units. This guy is my... Yeah, he's got way higher tier shit. He has one of the highest tier Khergit armors. So this is a waste of time. And then recruit troops. And we'll go to one... I already went to that city shit. Let's go one more. Oh, and I probably do need to dump off some more of the inferior non-white races here. Let's go with... I don't need Palatine Guards. I don't need Sisterhood Followers. They are pretty good as a basic unit that you can easily recruit, Sisterhood Followers. They turn into really good crossbow units, both mounted and infantry. I really just need another pile of recruits. Yeah, I will eventually, even with player death turned off, I will eventually die of old age. So you do want to eventually, once you become a vassal lord of a kingdom, to just start approaching dudes and ask if you can marry into their shit. And once you get a wife, you just want to either keep her in your party or stay in the city she's in for enough length of time to create a baby. I only really got one baby off before I aged out of baby making range. Same with my son. He only has one child, but since I have a son and a grandson, I don't have to. I believe you can play as your companions too if your bloodline ends, but definitely need to get here pronto. All right, while I'm walking to the city, I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back. It'll probably take me literally the time it takes me to get a drink to walk there. I'll be right back. And yes, part of the reason why it's like next to impossible. Why is the fucking map paused? Let me guess, some fucking event happened like 2 seconds after I started walking, and all that time was wasted. Sorry, guys. Oh, of course they're sieging Amethyst. That's not good. We're going to need to form an army. Oh, and they're sieging Varchek? God, that fucking sucks. So they're attacking the north and central territories right now. What can I grab? You know what? Everybody's kind of occupied. Fuck it. I don't know if I can siege break. I can siege break 1,000 guys with my own army. But if they're like 2,000, I'm cucked. Yeah, behold, even in fast forward, how long it's going to take me to get down there. They're probably going to take that city before I can save it. I got a big ass thermos of ice water here. Actually, pause. I think I can get noble Celtic Batanian dudes here. I'm going to get a couple of those. Falksmen is not what we want. We want... I think they're just called nobles or something. I might be able to get those from here. Hold on. We're going to lose probably a lot of territory in this war here. It's unfortunate. Not volunteers, damn it. Is this still Batania over here? Yeah, okay. Well, we're going this way anyways. Actually, wait, shit. We're going to go down that way. Movement is at least a little bit less tedious in this. Not volunteers, I need nobles. I thought those were all around this area. Okay, one of our allied lords just got cucked. Are you serious right now? Do you have no nobles? The best way to start is plan a... Yeah, but not as much planning as you think. You know, just have an idea of what weapon you want to use, what faction you want to join, and then start in their area. You just start in their culture, basically. There, highborn youths, give. Give all those immediately. Because Batanian Fian champions, whatever they're called, are basically incredibly heavy archers. Like, mega fucking Chad archers. Yeah, look, they already fucking took it. Alright, so we need to get to Jalmaris immediately. That's probably next on the chopping block. The best lore? I mean, I don't really pay that much attention to the lore. There is actual lore in this game that has to do with the Empire being fractured due to the assassination of the king, and the Empire splits into 4. Which is kind of like the Romans, sort of. Oh, you can totally make your own kingdom. I also play on sandbox mode. I do not like the storyline mode. It just makes everything harder while playing virtually the same. Okay. Now we need to form what army we can. We may have to force an army to disband to create my own. Because these idiots are splitting up in a weird way. Let's see. I can get 60... 100-something guys. I can get enough guys to just run off these. It's just going to take them forever to amass, and it's not like we're trying to beat a siege anyways. They already took the town. But we're literally just going to recruit everybody who's available. And And we're now in the region to start harassing enemy lords while we wait for our fellow lords to show up. You can set up your companions to run trade caravans, which is a great way to make money early on, but since they will get attacked a lot in the end game due to constant war, I no longer run caravans, because they'll just get attacked and I'll have to go remake them, which is expensive. Not that I care about money right now, but... Apologies for liquid noises. It's not an ASMR stream. How is there not like a cloud of lords in this region like there usually is? I can't even catch dudes with only 28 dudes. They must have a giant army somewhere. I assumed it was the Khergits taking Chenopsis. I probably cannot defend Chenopsis, but I primarily just want to be able to defend Diathma and shit, so I guess those are my primary gains in this region. We've lost Omar, we lost Varcheg, we lost like fucking everything in the north. This is still an unmanageable situation. We really need... Okay, so 2 of the armies are down there. So let's see what we can do guerrilla style. Oh, yeah, I know I'm sort of bad at Sekiro, but I also literally just earnestly hate that game and I don't find it fun. But I'm not so bad I couldn't beat it eventually. It's just like, why would I torture myself to do that? Well, I mean, it's my Sekiro sucks twice as bad videos are literally still up on my channel. And I am crying like a bitch in at least 3 of them, yeah. Some of them are like when I was genuinely bad at the game, but eventually, like, you know, I have clips of me beating some of the bosses that tend to filter scrubs just to show I could. Okay, I'm assuming there's a fuckload of guys there. Where are all their armies? I have to assume that they're going this way. I'm gonna go post up in like Lycarian. I really want to maintain that, because if I can maintain that, they're gonna struggle to get past us all. Cattle herd task and warband. It's easier to do in this game, but believe it or not, cattle herds are not that hard. You just do the sweep thing like you do in like Red Dead Redemption or whatever. I wonder if I can actually catch this guy with a giant army. I might be able to move that fast. Okay, well, we at least took that castle back in the west. Yeah, I am going to catch this guy. That's fucking sad. You fucking loser. I outnumber you more than 5 to 1. And you can't outrun me. You cuck. Oh, hey! Hey, who wants to see the executing people fucking mechanic? Because this guy's about to die for the crime of irritating the shit out of me. Ooh, line breaker. Well, I mean, I am on PS4. I can play Bloodborne whenever I want. I'm not very good at all at Bloodborne. I'm way better at Dark Souls 3. But I think I've almost beat Bloodborne. I don't have it installed right now, but I have gotten pretty far and beat some of the bosses that Redditors cry about. Yeah, well, killing people is usually more harm than good. However, it is a method of trying to curb the power of enemy clans. So you've been marked to death by the will of chat. What happened there? Oh, I think I didn't properly move the cursor. Hey, censored for YouTube. It's a rated T for teen game, guys. Just know that he really is dead. It's not an Epstein situation. Half? Try all. Try all. Hey, guys, do you hate that noise that's on the map right now? Do you hate that gong noise? You're going to hear it for the next 5 to 6 minutes. Enjoy. Bet you won't ask me to execute any more prisoners. Let's see what's going on over here. As like literally every named character in the game loses like 30 reputation with me. Badong. Badong. Ah, we weren't in time to save them either. How big are these armies? I could almost take those guys. damn it. Wonder if I can split them up somehow. This is risky. We're going to try to run past them. Yep, we succeeded. This is why you need a really good scout. Of course, Ortesia is under siege from the Sand Neighbors again. I just really don't find it fun. And like, it doesn't really teach you to play, so you gotta get good the hard way, which is stressful in a game that's hard to play even when you are good. And I would argue Sekiro is significantly harder than other FromSoft games. If I can get these guys split up, I can fucking kill this small army. Actually, I might be able to take this army. Hold on. Let's make sure all my troops are upgraded. I might be able to pick both these armies off one at a time here. Yeah, I would literally need to get like a whole ass new PC to stream anything more advanced than, say, a fucking like Jedi Academy or Killing Floor. Even Killing Floor would be kind of iffy. Let's get one more crossbowman. We need literally mostly footmen. Footmen to spearmen, spearmen to swordmen. Actually, how many Billimans do I have left? Are all my Billimans dead? It'd be really lame if literally all my Billimans are dead. Oh, my Vultures, I mean. Vultures are my anti-cav infantry. Patrician? Which one? Killing Floor or Borderlands 2? Borderlands 2 is fun. And I can barely run that on my crap top that is about 12 years old. Slowly generate a new crop of Banner Knights. Alright, so now my goal is, since these guys move a lot slower than that smaller army, to try to catch them. Since they're split from that other army. Oh yeah, this is probably... Oops, 50-50. Alright. Now is a good time to actually watch, because this is what the real game looks like. You're about to see real fucking crazy high-speed combat. Instead of just mindlessly face-rolling a siege, this is an actual 50-50 battle we could lose. We could literally lose this fight. The Empire is one of the shittiest guys to fight in open field. I'd argue the Serenians are the worst to fight in open field. The Serenians are worst to fight everywhere except for sieges. They suck to deal with.
Under my command!
There's literally nothing this... Oh, why does it have to be the fucking goddamn... I hate this map. I always suffer more casualties on the fucking ravine map than any other map because of how fucking cramped it is. And all your cavalry just ends up getting bogged down in infantry and getting kiked by everybody. Alright. And of course it's at night, so enjoy that glorious, like, barely watchable gameplay. Yeah, so forget everything I said about high-speed open field battle, as this is just going to be a fucking goddamn complete clusterfuck of nonsense. But as you can see, on PS4, I'm running a fair amount of sprites on stream with not all that much chug. I'm losing some frames, you know. Some frames. But for a game like this on console, and the fact that my console is not currently turning into a wind turbine, pretty impressive. You're going to see some frame rate chug. There will be some audio bugs. There will be some little stutters here and there. But you get used to those if you're on console, and if you're on PC, they're probably a non-issue. Ah, of course, Gaseous leaves just when the game gets good. Unfortunate. That's fair. Oh, hey, Waffles. Stop moving all erratically so I can kill you. Ah, there's a Lord on a camel. Look at, he's literally on a camel. Get fucked on. And yeah, this is literally actually my very first live stream on YouTube, period, let alone Let's Play. Come on. Come on, I will kill you. Just gotta line up the shots. The enemy AI is a lot smarter about fighting than they are in Warband, by the way. They actually block pretty well and move like way less retardedly. And I don't have to micromanage my army that much. The AI does a decent job of tactics without you. You do want to intervene occasionally, especially if you're in like a rough situation, but as you can see, I'm not. My infantry is starting to tear them apart. Coconut horses. Plop, 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 plop. I can still be hurt, despite how heavily armored I am, if I get hit by a, like, Vulture, Glaveman, Pikeman, dude with a giant hafted blade. Like, those do incredible bonus damage to mounted units. It's actually, like, instead of just, like, once you get Swadian Knights in Warband, the game is over for everybody. In this game, there are actually hard counters to heavy cavalry. Like, large spear slash, you know, polearm units will fucking destroy elite cavalry. They will fucking destroy it with not that much issue. See, I just took 14 damage. That was definitely a spearman hitting me. Ow! I can't keep making this mistake. Wonder where all their archers are. Did they even spawn any archers? Ooh, that might be a lord. Come here, fucker. Come here. There is no escape. No recaller of intervention will work in this place. Ah, get over here, fucker. I know you're a lord. None of the fucking Empire units have capes. Get over here, fucker. Also, you actually move a horse with some agility. Nope, that was an enemy banner knight. Oh, because there's traitor Vlandians out here. I almost never fight my own fucking culture, ever. Which is doable, but very difficult to do on console. Micromanaging troop units is hard to do. Like, watch, I can go into this. I can say, form a line. I can say, follow me. I can say, you know... Nope, nope. Yeah, but I mostly just want the AI to run that so I can focus on killing people. They're counterpunching us pretty well with this shield wall here. Let's break this up best we can. The infantry is actually smartly blocking me here with all that clonking noises. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Ah, we should find some enemy cabs. I wish the archers would fucking advance. Let's...
Move to enemy!
Yeah, move this way.
Sergeants, take command!
Oh, good, good. Sometimes they like to maintain a minimum distance, but I wanted them to move a little closer so they'd actually accurately hit people. Sorry this looks so ugly at nighttime. I should have tried to engage these guys in the day. Also, it's cloudy. It's not near so dark at night. There's actual seasons and weather effects in this game that do affect things like how fast your horse moves, your overall map speed and shit. So there's actually a point to some of the weather and day and night and shit. You can hear a lot of the audio phaser fuck-ups and shit as we get into, I wish it wasn't this map. Like, cavalry combat is so much more impressive on maps that aren't a clusterfuck like this. It's like I like circle formations at incredible speed and just like destroy people. Like 300 damage swipes of my sword. I would recommend you get it on PC if you can. I have definitely got more than $35 worth of fun out of this on PS5. Yeah, it's a very fun game. I wouldn't say this game is all that smart. I mean, it's not too simple, but the nice thing is I can generally just charge archer formations because arrows don't really penetrate my armor very well. You can kind of see if I go into photo mode here, there's like arrows stuck out of all this shit. I got like a javelin in my gut and shit. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever conquer the map because of the way the AI works, but I'm at least 200 hours in. You know, I have the maximum tier clan. I am a king of a kingdom. You know, I'm at least into the second generation of the game. The child I had is like 2-3 years into the game is now a grown-ass adult with a 9-year-old kid. So, you know, like I'm deep into this shit. But as you can see, I still only have like 35% of the map, 40% of the map. That might be the most I can get without fucking with settings or... Yeah, dude, this game is really just good sandboxy fun. You can do whatever you want. You can be a bandit, you can be a trader, you can be a lord, you can try to make your own kingdom. Like, name it whatever you want and pick the colors and shit. I was voted the king of this kingdom twice after 2 subsequent kings died of old age, and I abdicated the throne once because I didn't want to deal with the responsibility. But I actually don't have that much responsibility because we're basically a parliament system. The king just signs off on shit. So I'm basically the president of Landia. I'm not the... Are we losing? I just realized we might be losing this battle. Got too into rambling. I love how, like, the horses are, like, trying to cockblock me right now. I don't know, but all our cav might be dead. Oh, there's one of the lords down. But I believe their infantry might be chewing through us, and I can't tell if we're going to respawn any more units or not. This is actually bad. I think we might actually be losing. I need to focus on enemy cavalry. Will you fucking die? Okay, so there's one of their lords down. It's bad for the morale. Okay, we're starting to win. So I need to risk getting shot to death to just thin out their overall troop count. Alright, the infantry has caught up to the archers, so they're about to break and flee. Because archers don't just stand there and get themselves hit. They actually behave like real-life archers. Oh, Morrowind? Yeah, I would cheat. Morrowind's hard. Morrowind's fucking hard as shit. At least at the start it is. And... charge. Because they're retreating. At least most of them are. Yep. They should declare victory at some point. I wish once all remaining troops broke and ran that it would end the battle, but for some reason, as long as there's like one cavalryman who just refuses to break morale, you have to just chase everyone down. There we go. So I personally lost 1 unit, but we lost quite a lot of guys overall to take these guys on. We should still have plenty left over to take on the smaller army, which will stop the initial invasion of the Westerners. Who used to be like my arch rival and are now literally like the weakest empire on the map, besides like the guy who has one town. Take prisoners, take prisoners. Okay, I can take almost all of these, but then I of course always have to manually... I wish I could tell the game, hey, I don't want recruits. I want the guys that sell for a lot of money because they're tier 6 and 7 units like those. Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Yeah, no, dude, those are not like noob friendly. Like, I'd recommend playing Dark Souls 2 if you want to kind of learn, and then use guides, and it'll kind of teach you how to play. You know, where to go next, and, you know, maybe what kind of items you might want to get. You know, talk to some people who've beaten the game. You know, just walking, like, as a regular person who's never played a FromSoft game into a FromSoft game with, like, no guides and no friends who played it is a very unpleasant experience. You'll just get your shit pushed in and go, like, why is this fun? Which I feel that way about Sekiro, but, like, I don't think I'd ever have fun playing Sekiro. I just hate the way that game plays. But it's not really, like, the same kind of From Souls game. It's a little Bloodborne-y, but it's really its own kind of game. I've not played or actually watched anybody play Elden Ring, so I can't comment on that. maybe if I get a PS5, I'll get Elden Ring because it looks cool, but I haven't really looked at it much. I actually got into the lore of Dark Souls. I was a lore fag before I ever wanted to play the game, and I am actually kind of a normal fag gamer. I'm not that into hard stuff. So definitely some of the hardest games I've ever beaten are in fact the Dark Souls games, which, you know, most Dark Souls fans will tell you are not actually that hard. Okay, whoever got the most votes, this guy. You can now own this castle that'll almost certainly be besieged and taken over. That's not a bad thing. I hate how many people pretend Dark Souls 2 is bad. That is not a bad game. That game's fucking fun as hell. Yeah, you're not taking that shit, idiot. Yeah, there's a lot of exploits for it. I actually haven't played it very much, like at all. Like I've only played like the opener, but I have beaten the absolute shit out of Skyrim and Oblivion. Oblivion's another game that, like, the haters of it just don't understand how to play it. This battle I can just skip. Except for... it took probably more casualties than I would have if I hadn't. Oh, don't start being like a fucking Twitch fan. I don't need any thumbs up. I don't care. I'm not even monetized. You can't even give me money if you want to. Not that I'd want to take it, because I'd probably have to give my bank info to some freaking, you know, dudes at YouTube. And I mean dudes in the euphemistic sense. I mean, you know, I actually, if I start streaming regularly, I could monetize. Because I would start getting the necessary watch hours and shit to meet monetization shit and start getting $2 a month to play this garbage. But I'm not really interested in it. I don't need it. I would need like another like 9 or 10 times as many subs, and some of which that had like pay pig motivations to give me at least a few bucks every stream for it to really be worth my time. And no, I just don't have the energy for that shit. Okay, so those guys can maybe defend that, except for... did that say he's running from something? That's not good. Okay, so I manage... this is my biggest city right here. So I can always fall back to get troops from there if I really need to. Alright, what I do need to do now is start trying to... oh shit, that shit's burnt. Make sure... oh, half this fucking area is like burning and shit. It's debatable whether or not I can siege this. It depends on how many people they garrisoned in here. Periodically make sure I have maximum cohesion. Really hope they can actually defend Ortesia, dude. I really don't want to have to go back. I really want to try to maintain the progress I have here. That is too many guys. Well, actually no, it's not. I would be sacrificing a lot of units to siege this right now, though. Let's wait. I just replenished a bunch of my guys. I don't want to immediately get back to bleeding guys sieging things. I need to restock up a lot of my, especially my core infantry. Yeah, but I mean, if it works like other Dark Souls games, eventually you'll just be playing through New Game Plus with all your shit already upgraded, so it's like no big deal. I usually don't like first playthroughs, but I love New Game Plus. New Game Plus is always fun. Yeah, I really need to get like more sergeants before I start like willy-nilly getting into wars of attrition. Yes, you can build siege towers. You can build 2 siege towers and a battering ram every siege. But the longer you take to build shit, like here, let's just say fuck it and siege these guys for the point of educating the people who haven't played this. First, let's make sure my cohesion is maxed. I'll show you how sieges work in Bannerlord. It's pretty different. I could, but like I have a nice little base of like, you know, 1,300 subs that would actually occasionally watch my shit on this channel. People just have to accept that I'm going to, you know, shove extreme right-wing politics down their throat in between fucking in between streaming video game content. But maybe I'll just get the ER gimmick. Wait, why can't I siege this right now? What's happening here? Something weird is the game is bugging out. Alright, so here's how a siege works. It starts by you have to build a siege ramp, and while you're building shit, simultaneously the city will be building shit. So, observe. They currently only have 2 walls and nothing on their battlements, but they are building on fire catapults. I can choose to build, you know, trebuchets, ballistae, and shit. Probably with this advantage, especially since a bunch of dudes just fled the town. We're going to build just the battering ram and then simulate the battle. But I can build a battering ram, 2 siege towers, and then onagers, which are catapults, and then trebuchets are what people think catapults are, but they're counterweight, heavy, crushed things that can actually... I've literally sieged people to the point where I destroyed all their rampart stuff. I broke down their walls and just walked into their shit. You can totally do that, but it takes forever, especially if it's a well-defended town. Well, I don't want to build any of that shit. With this many guys, I will take some casualties, but the fastest, most successful way to do this is to just build a battering ram and simulate. Because they will probably not get more than maybe 1 siege engine up by the time I've built my camp and built the battering ram. Like, I think they'll have 1 onager, which will probably do some damage to me. But in order to counteract that, I'd have to get in a protracted siege and use catapults against their onager and shit. Oh, good. Good. It looks like the Kuzites just lost an army to our guys. That's all that green text is. They'll let me know, all the people that just got taken. I didn't take that bad of casualties. 45 deaths total in the army is not that bad. Really just want to take the higher tier guys. We don't give a shit about anybody else. And then we're gonna just take a couple things that are worth money, and then usually do not get food for sieging places. I really want to show mercy to this town as much as it's going to piss people off. Because it's been sieged so many times. I'm going to dump a shitload of money into it, so it has some small chance of defending itself and not immediately rebelling. And then ransom prisoners. Yay, education. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's about time management. Like, time management is a lot of what you're going to do in this game, because you can't do everything at once. And there are pros and cons. I think they fixed it, but for a short period of time, you can literally outlast people in sieges and starve them out. But then for a period of time on console, starvation no longer worked, and people wouldn't die of starvation, which pissed me off, because, like, that's an important way to siege people. Because you could siege people who are bigger than you, that you couldn't possibly defeat, if you just, like, continuously counter their siege weapons, and then just sit there and camp them until they run out of food. You can totally do that. But last I checked, I think the module I'm on, starving people doesn't work, which is very annoying. I can't recruit anybody from here. I have probably 2 to 3 million dinars worth of shit just in my inventory. What's hilarious is I don't know if you can read the shit in the crappy visual fidelity, but that's 25,000 something. And with all the dumb shit I'm carrying, I'm only taking up 9,800 of that count. And a lot of the shit I'm carrying is worth zillions of dollars, and the average town's got like 30 grand. You know, so I'm just going to go down to the piles of junk swords I have. Down here, you're going to see all the spathas and shit. And we're just going to sell swords until they run out of money. Oh, look at that, they're already out of money. Okay. We're going to leave this place alone. Now we have to choose if we're going to start sieging castles. What is honestly the best thing for me to do right now is to literally disintegrate this army and start smacking these little troops around until they form another army of their own. Yeah, of course. And it's something you can do in Warband, except for in the final version of Warband, it doesn't work. There's literally no reason to try to siege somebody for 30 days in that game. It'd take for fucking goddamn ever. Nobody wants to end any wars. Okay, so we're going to disband this army. And hopefully these people will join the other armies or form an AI fourth army. Yeah, well, I'm sure. Knowing you, Rabbi Waffles, that is exactly what you want. People start massacring people. Sick fuck. Okay. Yeah, you're all good. I'm gonna play at least for another maybe hour or so until my fucking throat gets sore. Alright, Parrot, you can just own this. I may. What time is it? It's not that late. Oh man, this guy actually moves really fast. I expected to catch him by now, but I am also like an overly huge army right now. Ah! Camera, refocus please.
It's been a while.
I'm just gonna start running some of these guys down. Because these are just free sim and capture. Sim and capture. It just prevents them from forming another army. To waste my fucking time. This is generally sort of the rigmarole of what gameplay is right now. I don't even care about food right now. I actually have plenty of food. What I want is this big motherfucker. This guy might actually start an army. Oh, he's smart. Fucking cocksucker. Let's see if I can stop this guy from getting into the town. Yep. Better get cucked. Oh. Vargos Castle. I think I know where that is.
Now then.
Surrender or die. And sim. Wow! I lost 4 entire units to that battle.
I give up.
Cringe. It should have been another just GB free. Yeah, I can totally do that. It just, it's not time effective, and at the point I am in this game now, I have to run around putting out fires all the time. If I was at war with just one nation at a time, I would totally just bomb the shit out of them one fucking city at a time, but it's not doable with the way the AI works on console. I think they patched this AI quirk on PC, but not on console. And at the very least on PC, there are mods that will patch it so you're not at war with everybody at all times forever, throughout eternity, in perpetuity across the universe. But not for me. I just kind of cope with how long I can put up with this kind of gameplay before I stop. Cope and Sneed. Need so many more sergeants. They take a while to build up. Definitely need to rebuild my crossbowman corps too. Ah, I don't want pikemen. Fuck. Pikemen are redundant. Vultures are better. Hopefully they don't kill any more of my frickin' nobles before they become banner knights. Where was that Vargos? I might be able to back that place up alone. Let's see. Probably not, but we'll try. Yeah. All the factions blob for me, particularly the Saranids and fucking Khergits. Oh, and actually the Blue Empire, which is the only people I'm not at war with right now, are a massive pain in the ass. You need to die, because you're on my way. Catch him.
However much one may show one.
You need to surrender or die. And I'm considering cutting your head off. I stand an okay chance of being able to solo these guys without having to siege bust this. Let's have a look at it. That army up ahead. Yeah, you basically literally are just going to want to fuck around with bandits and take odd jobs. Usually fighting bandits are also the jobs you'll take. That's the best way to make money early on, is to look for towns that have a like bandit ambush mission where you just join a caravan and draw out a bandit ambush and kill the bandits. You know, you're going to want to not even fully upgrade your units because they're very expensive when they're fully upgraded. You'll kind of get the hang of it. You know, you just want to manage your money so you're not hemorrhaging cash until you get to the point where money doesn't matter. Like, I literally can't even spend the money I have. I'm so fucking rich. 4.2 million. It's like a ridiculous amount of money. I can't lose that. Like, for any reason. Okay, so I make sure everybody's upgraded. Because the nice thing is, due to constant war, I'm not always engaging armies that are like 100% elite tier units that require you to be equal to their numbers with 100% elite tier units to take on as much anymore. Because the only thing that the enemy AI really has to deal with is training. They do not require money or for fiefs to replenish troops for them to get more troops. They just get to generate troops out of thin air, which means you as the player are always at a disadvantage, and that's cringe. But that's the reason why you can totally snowball and just completely dominate everybody after about a few dozen hours in Warband, when that's not doable in this game. I played Halo 1 and 2, and I think a couple times 3 back in the day. I was not that good at it. Oh, yep. I could probably take these guys. Yeah, we're going to actually do this battle. Unfortunately, it's at fucking night again. I was hoping to have a nice daylight battle that looked good for the audience. We're probably just going to do this and maybe one other thing. And then, I don't know, I might start a second stream later if people are like bored and got nothing to do at night. I might pop in Dark Souls 3 or something and try that shit out now that I know this works, and that actually like 5 or 6 people will just watch randomly, even though I've never advertised this or ever let anybody know I do any shit. Yeah, this one looks like a 50-50 at dawn, so it'll be a little bit hard to see probably, unfortunately. And not as bad as the last big fight. No, this is an actual open map where I can do some high-speed cav shit. Just a little horse archery action here. Widow! You can generally turn and fire pretty far to your left, but not your right, by the way, if you want to do horse archery. In order to train up my shit, what I did was I would, like, circle the enemy formations, because they usually all have their shields pointed one way, so I'd get behind them, shoot guys in the back. Pretty easy way to train horse archery. Oh, that's a lot of fucking cataphracts. I can take them, though. Get over here and die. Stop blocking, coward. Take your medicine like a man. I don't know why, but the AI seems to have gotten worse at using couched lances. I don't get lanced by people that often. That used to be like a much more significant risk. But it could be because of how fast I am, because you have to line up couched lances to do like lance slam attacks really specifically. And since I can move at incredible speed with my horse and my skill, I guess I just don't really get hit by lances hardly ever. I tend to dodge them pretty well. Fucking A. This is still kind of hard to hit people at speed. The AI seems to have gotten better at blocking, too. I don't remember them being so smart about that. Would you do another shit show? Shit show podcast? Yeah, at some point. Maybe next week. Fucking... God, I'm missing like crazy. It's hard to see in the fucking dark. Quit! Oh, got you, motherfucker. Aw, fucking... I hate how smart they are. They know to slow down, dude. It's like... They have, like, car fucking chase video game fucking AI where they know to slow down and to stop you from ramming them and shit. It's actually not that easy, but it is overall maybe easier than Warband. Less so because it's, you know, easier to kill people. It's not easier to kill people, but it's easier to move. The horses are faster, the weapons are faster in this game. Couching lances is easier, I would argue. It's like kind of a difficult mechanic to work in Warband. But once you know how to do it, it does like insane amounts of damage. Also, another thing that's nice about Bannerlord is if you like doing the couch lance shit and you've never played Bannerlord, oh, that must be a lord, because he just hit me like a ton of bricks. Fuck that guy, I'm gonna kill him. Stop blocking, you coward. Fight me. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, you can actually run into infantry formations, and as long as they don't have a bunch of shields up, you can just continue spearing through people until your speed decreases fully. So, like, if you're moving at a really high speed, you can lance, like, 4 or 5 dudes at once and just go kill, 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 kill. It's awesome. So, no, polearms are still really fun. They're just not my favorite way to play cavalry. I like sideswiping dudes with giant fucking Game of Thrones fucking Dothraki swords. Fucking... Come on. I'm missing all my good sideswipes. Well, that's a lot of archers. Ah! That was the couch lance that you just saw there. That dude hit me in the fucking chest. Yeah, until you get, like, elite tier armor, couch lances are a significant threat to your health. They are not so much for me because I have, like, max level shit. This is so much easier to do when it's not dark. Can't see what the fuck. This is so many fucking archers, though. This is nuts. I do not remember these guys being so diligent about blocking, dude. They're actually getting harder to kill. There has been an AI update since I or 2 or 3 since I started playing this game. I'm surprised how many of them can tell I'm behind them, like as I'm coming up. Because the AI is, you know, it's pretty good for how many sprites are on screen being reactive, but they can only react to so many things before they're overloaded and can't tell that you're right behind them and you do shit like that. I can't see where the fuck in the dark, dude. Another thing is it's better, in my opinion, to have a faster horse than to have a stronger horse that's good at charging. Because, you know, the best defense against damage is to not be hit, not to tank it. However, having a fast horse is pretty vital to not getting wrecked by spearmen. They have a lot of ghost range, phantom range on their weapons, so they can hit you without really touching you and kill you in one shot. You know, like literally one shot, even when you have pretty high tier armor. Right now I'm trying to be just extremely disruptive, but I'm getting torn apart by high tier fucking archers. Thankfully, our infantry has finally reached their archery formation. And it's not so much my responsibility to absorb 100% of the enemy archer fire here. Should do a stream of what? Bloodborne? Yeah, if you want to see somebody suck at something and not know where to go. If you want to make a video on... Because first of all, I haven't played Bloodborne in so long, it'd be like starting over. I might actually literally just start over. Although the beginning of the game is kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, shit, here they come. There's a new fresh crop of cavalry. It's the lower tier boyos who are easier to kill, the equites, or ekites, or whatever they're called. They're pretty easy to one-shot. Yeah, I'm probably going to do this battle and maybe do another stream later, or do another stream tomorrow, maybe, since this is kind of fun. Axe is good for mounted combat, not for mounted. They don't. I think they work better than they did in Warband, but I still overall wouldn't use them on horseback. For infantry, fuck yeah, axes are good. Axes are devastating, especially in a game where shield tactics and shield walls and like line formations and shit matters so much more. That was a one-shot on that horse. Pretty sure there's no horses in the game with, well, no basic horses in the game with more than 400 hit points. My horse has more than 400 hit points, but that's because I'm mean. But you just gotta get used to moving at really high speed and selecting targets like this. And just drive-buying people is the best way to play, in my opinion. Yes, they do. Yes, shields and fortress doors do get absolutely raped by axes. Shields are stronger in this game than they were in Warband, but they're still very vulnerable to certain weapons. Pay attention, fucker! Get wrecked. Oh shit, they're starting to tear up my infantry, dude. Ow! I hate when literally like basic militia archers do damage to me because they shot me in the chest. So I'm basically alone in the enemy formation right now, and they can't really do shit about me, except for slowly pepper me to death with arrows. Oh, no, actually a lot of my cavalry's still here. They're basically out of their elite guys. Look how many of their horses were killed. These guys with the golden epaulets there, they're cavalry units that their horses have died. And they will, by the way, if horses die and he sees a horse in his area, he will go ride that horse if he has the necessary riding skill to ride it. Are long swords okay with mounted? Yes. I am using a very, very large one-handed sword, though, because length does matter. I have a sword that's so long that if I want to, I could turn it into a two-hander, and then it goes off my two-handed skill tree, like so. But it puts my shield on my back, which the shield always blocks arrows regardless of where it is, even if you're not blocking, so there are some tactical advantages to put shit on the back. Who just used the bow? Well, the bow is really good. If you're good at shooting, it's one of the best ways to play. In Warband, I really preferred the siege crossbows. In this game, I don't like being stuck in place operating the crank and shit on crossbows. I much prefer bows. There is the advantage that you don't have to have skill to hold your bow drawn with a crossbow, but that's not an issue after your bow skill gets up. No good troops. Where's all your cataphracts, sergeants, palatine guards? Ooh, 7 cataphracts. That's money. Fallout 3 is the perfect game. Not a lot of people are going to agree with you on that. I really like Fallout 3. I think a lot of its detractors are, first of all, people who didn't play it until it was like 20 years old. And second of all, it's like the first kind of game of its kind. The whole Oblivion with guns thing wasn't really a genre back then, and now it very much is. But it still really holds up. And in my opinion, there are things that Fallout 3 does better than New Vegas, particularly level design, environments, like atmosphere. Fallout 3 is absolutely superior to New Vegas. Of course, weapon variety, New Vegas is way better. Storyline, branching paths, RPG mechanics, all better. But Fallout 3 is very rudimentary. You have to realize how fucking primitive it is. But it had a great aesthetic, and there's still really fun game weapons, and it's like more funnier and wackier. Obviously, like New Vegas really wanted to be taken seriously, and for the most part, it is something you can take seriously as a game, as like a story. Fallout 3 is just kind of silly. But the Fallout 3 just feels like playing New Vegas with a lot of the features stripped out, because that's literally what it is. Like, New Vegas built upon Fallout 3. But a lot of people just act like Oblivion were just, Obsidian, was just able to just make that, which, no. That, and, it's the saddest thing not a lot of people know about New Vegas? New Vegas is literally half finished. Like, there was supposed to be a much larger map. There was supposed to be about 4 or 5 times as much shit to do particularly for House and for the Legion. Really, the only shit that they were able to really get all their shit in on is the NCR. So it can be kind of lame to play as Kaiser, because there's only so many quests to do. And they were supposed to flesh out the Brotherhood of Steel more as well, and weren't able to make it much more than a glorified little mini faction. But it still has tons of shit to do. I mean, I've done, I want to say, 7 or 8 full completion playthroughs of New Vegas, and I still haven't done everything there is to do. Or, done that much build variance. No, it's Obsidian's fault. Games like that, expansion-type games like that, usually are on 2-year contracts, and Obsidian's problem is they'll promise they can do a bunch of shit in 2 years, and it would totally be shit they could do if they had 4 years, but they sign a contract, like basically a mercenary contract for Bethesda as a publisher, and say, we will make this game, just give us your assets, we'll make this game in 2 years, and we promise this. And guess what? Not only was the game not finished, but the original unpatched version of New Vegas is an unplayable, buggy fucking clusterfuck. So if you're one of those conspiracy theorists who thinks that, what do you call it, they got screwed over by like their Metacritic score denying them their bonuses. No, if they had like a bonus objective of like oh fuck off! I literally just made peace with those guys like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, if you're one of those truthers who thinks that Bethesda screwed their Metacritic score and got them an 84 instead of 85, they didn't deserve an 84. When the game first dropped, they didn't deserve an 84. The game barely functioned on console. They didn't patch it for like 2 months. It didn't fucking work, and it's not that finished. That and New Vegas was kind of old and not cutting edge, when they first made it. And now it's very old, and it's fondly remembered, and it's great with mods. But like literally, what you get out of the box when you buy that game, it's not worth that high of a score. It's not actually that good. Like legitimately. So, and by the way, people who think like, oh, imagine if Obsidian got to make Fallout 5. First of all, Obsidian in 2010 was a bunch of dudes who knew what they were doing. A lot of them also previously worked for the company that made Fallout 1 and 2. Obsidian now is a bunch of transgender people and fucking liberal women who can't fucking game develop their way out of a paper bag. And everything they make, especially a AAA fucking title game like a new Vegas or a new Fallout would be a fucking disaster. They literally could, and you would think, well, Bethesda is already a disaster. They can't make anything good. I guarantee you that anything Bethesda makes, including shit like Starfield, is better than what Obsidian is capable of right now. Obsidian is that fucking bad. Obsidian is dog fucking shit. Alright, where's Peric? Where's like any of these armies? I'm at war with fucking everybody. I really don't want to keep playing this. Like, I don't know if you guys want to stick around for like a fucking chat live stream or something. Like, I don't want to keep fucking... At least like, I might start a new stream playing a different game or something that is less stressful than this fucking game. Yeah, it was contract based. So they basically overpromised and underdelivered, and it's their fault. And yeah, if they signed a 4-year contract, they would have made a better game, because they were a really competent studio back then. However, last thing I'm gonna say about Obsidian is it wasn't just, oh, hey, we didn't finish New Vegas. Hey, we didn't finish Knights of the Old Republic. Hey, we didn't finish Alpha Protocol. You know what pisses me off? Alpha Protocol is a game most people have never played. It got like a bunch of 6s on every review site. It got review bombed to shit, and nobody remembers it. If they finished Alpha Protocol for Sega, it would have been one of the greatest games of all time. It was one of the most advanced branching path shit. It literally would have been a cross between GoldenEye and The Witcher 3 in like 2009. I think it was 2009 when it came out. And they didn't finish it, and it was a buggy fucking unfinished mess. Unfortunately, I don't have that many games installed. How do you guys feel about Red Dead Redemption 2? Because that fucking ate up my entire fucking hard drive space. I have a lot of other games, but I would have to fucking take the hours to install them. I think I have Red Dead Redemption 2 and Dark Souls 3. Probably knowing the crowd I'm talking to. What do you think? Dark Souls 3? Which is not really less stressful to play than this, but it is in terms of it not being a distracting, just hellish mess. Literally had to do a multi-layer big quest to help an asexual... Yeah, let's go Dark Souls. Okay, I don't know if ending this game will automatically end the stream. I'll just start up a new stream. Yeah, okay, so it's probably doing the fuzz out thing. So let's find out if I close application.